Hello everybody, this is Goofs and Fox coming at you with a 700 cost rated match here in the Zaku IV IP. This is going to be a match on Mass Driver Facility, and it's also going to be an ace match, which I don't think I've had a video for one of these in a hot minute, so I'm glad to, show off a different game mode than the usual basic game mode that we all very much used to by now. But yeah, Zaku IV IP is a 700 cost 4-star raid, and it is a mobile suit that I meant to get a video out on a bit sooner, but I mentioned in my last video that there was an issue with the clip that I had gotten, and it seems the reason that those clips had issues was simply because I had way too many clips saved on my PlayStation, and yeah, there was a whole year's worth of clips, so I just deleted like most of them. A lot of them were just so old that I don't think they were ever going to see the light of day. Really just a habit of mine of making sure I had enough spare videos in case, I needed something on the fly in order to post, but yeah, I still have plenty of matches to go through, and really going to start shifting towards what I prioritize trying to get clips of, so I don't have a whole bunch of clips again. But that out of the way, yeah, the Zaku IV IP here is a suit that I have been really wanting to try again ever since I tried it in its initial situation battle when it first released. I did get this Zaku IV IP for free from the free pools that they gave us before the Kshatriya, where they made it to where we got a single pool for 3 days, and it was 1 of 5 guaranteed 4 stars, and the Zaku IV IP here managed to be one of them. So really glad to get my hands on this suit and try it because it is quite the interesting raid. Before I get really deep into it, I'll just do a quick rundown of the weapons. You have the Zaku IV IP beam machine gun, which is kind of like a submachine gun style weapon. Really good stun accumulation with this, but just, shorter range. You have the Zaku IV IP large heat hawk. That is your main melee weapon, and this is very similar to most big heat hawk weapons where no matter which way you swing it, you are going to knock somebody over. You have the head beam cannon ×2, that is your head cannon, and this allows you to get an instant stun, and you can also use it while boosting, which is really nice. You have the beam knuckle duster ×2, that is your second melee weapon. Again, like the heat hawk, or the large heat axe, you cannot melee this, so both of your weapons only have one swing. That's going to be a big thing with the Zaku IV IP here. But next we have our 3 types of funnels. We have the funnels ×6 pincer, that is your very standard lock-on funnels. We have the funnels ×6 pursue, that is your also very commonly found follow funnels. And then you have the funnels ×2 bombard, which are actually ballistic funnels, so they actually do a ballistic round instead of a beam round, and I think this might be the only suit to have ballistic style funnels, so that is a very unique thing with the Zaku IV IP here. Aside from that, some of your skills, you do have Maneuver Armor level 4, and you also have Emergency Evasion System level 3, so you have the double dodge roll that gives you a little bit more thrust to work with once you are done using it. And then, you have a few other good skills as well. Enhanced tackle level 5 is also up here. So, yeah, pretty good selection there. I won't go over the full list of skills, but yeah, it is a pretty interesting skill list. You are lacking any type of melee combo controller, so again, no multi-hit for any of the melees. But that besides the point, yeah, the Zaku IV IP, I have been enjoying using it a lot more since I first tried it in its situation battle. I don't know if they ever buffed this suit at any point. I want to say there was one buff for this. I don't remember off the top of my head if it was part of any unit adjustment, but in its current state, it is a very interesting raid. I know I already mentioned that, but I do have some issues with it. I guess I'll start with the pros first. The pros, the weapons I think are really good. I think it has a really nice kit going for it. Having the beam machine gun and the pursue funnels, the follow funnels, Both of those are really good at getting stun accumulation, so I think that is good when it comes to trying to stop a lot of suits, and it's especially good for suits like the Z and the Penelope. Both of those, which, are flying all the time, so having something that you can use to quickly get stun accumulation on them and knock them out of the sky really does allow you to set up your melee. And speaking of melee, I do think the melee weapons are also really good. It's very easy to combo into both of them. The large Heat Hawk does some pretty good damage, and it also, again, it instant knocks over, so really good for utility and just getting some damage in. But your main damage dealer for melee weapons is going to be those beam knuckle dusters I mentioned earlier. Yeah, if you land the downswing on this to a support, you will be doing heavy attack amounts of damage. And you can quickly follow that up with the large Heat Hawk, so it is really easy to just melt the health of supports. That is, actually, before I get into my gripes here, you can also use the two lock-on funnels while boosting. That's usually not a thing I feel like Xeon suits get with their funnels, so I think it's a very nice feature there, but really now to start going into my gripes with this, the one issue I have with the Zaku IV IP, and this is really more about the current state of GBO2 and what suits that people tend to play, I do feel like the suit is very reliant on the enemy team having a support for you to focus and really just do that, deal that damage to, because you, in comparison, if you attack a general or another raid, I really feel like, especially with the knuckle dusters, you are not going to be doing as much damage as you would be against other suits. Look here, how much damage I did to the enemy ace, being the HWS new Gundam. Quite a lot of damage, and not really fair comparison with the Z Gundam here, since they were already pretty low on health, but yeah, I'm pretty sure some other times this match I probably tried to use the Knuckle Duster, and I really just feel like you don't do as much damage against other raids and generals, which, is understanding because supports you do have type advantage against. But again, I think it just adds a bit more to the situational aspect of the suit. I also feel like the suit also not really needs, help from a really good team, but I do think having a good team to back you up and keep the generals off of you is definitely something you want, because even though the suit is a bit more on the tanky side, I'd say, for a raid, it still feels like it's very easy to get melted, because, it is 700 and all. It's very easy to get your HP melted if you aren't careful and you get focused by everybody, so that's really my only gripes I have with the suit, but other than that, I do think it is a pretty fun raid. I think if you want something that's different from the traditional 700 raids, I do think this is a good option for that. Just also be careful what maps you're using this on. I don't think open maps are really good for this suit, because I did try it on military base, and it didn't go the best. But real quick, let's take a look at the win stats here, and hey, top in individual and top in diversions, sending a few praises around, and first place with 6 kills and 2 loss. Not too shabby there, so yeah, that's going to be it for the match there, and I think that's most of what I want to say on the Zaku IV IP here. Probably couldn't get my full thoughts out on it because, time and length of the video, and I don't want to keep everyone waiting too long, so yeah, I think that's my in general thoughts at the moment. I do want to keep playing the suit though. I do think, again, it's really fun. It's really fun to just try something different, and something that I feel takes a bit more strategy to use because you only have a single melee swing with both of your weapons, so it does feel like I have to think a bit more and really plan out the situations that I want to try to get into in order to maximize my damage. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Actually, one more thing. After they did the free pools, they did add this suit to the DP store, so if you are high enough rank in order to get it, yeah, you can get in the DP store as well now, so it is a bit more easily obtainable that way, but now that's everything I have to say here. Comment down below what you think about the Zaku IV IP. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.